Hello students, welcome to VisionQ YouTube channel. আজি মই আপোনালোকৰ লগত কিছুমান APSC মেন্সৰ essay writing tips share কৰিব গৈছো। আমি সকলোৱে জানো যে APSC মেন্সত আপোনাৰ essay writing ৰ এখন পেপাৰ থাকিব। তাতে আপোনালোকৰ থাকিব 250 মাৰ্কছৰ দুখন essay and for 3 hours. তাতে আপোনালোকক 3 ঘণ্টা দিয়া হ'ব আৰু হেতু মাৰ্কছ থাকিব 250 মাৰ্কছ and each essay will carry 125 marks each. So আপোনালোকে 3 hours of ভিতৰত 250 marks of দুখন essay complete কৰিব লাগিব। এতিয়া তাতে আপোনালোকক বহুত ধৰণৰ টপিকস দিয়া হ'ব, বহুত ধৰণৰ কিছুমান আপোনালোকৰ ideas inculcate কৰিব লগিয়া হ'ব। তাৰে কাৰণে আজি মই আপোনালোকৰ লগত কিছুমান টিপস share কৰিব ওলাইছো যাতে আপোনালোকে APSC essay writing ত সুবিধা হয়। That may come handy to you whenever you will attempt your APSC means essay paper. So let's start with our tips. The first one will be obviously the genuine and the specific jitu hoy amar hoise ki choose topic wisely. So tate amar bahut dhoroner topics dia thakibo, apnaloke option pabo tate bahut dhoroner. So for that you have to go through the topics thoroughly and should choose the topic we know most about. Because tate jiman khini topics dia thakibo, obviously ami gutei khini re okon holeo knowledge thakibo, okonman sopore knowledge khini hanguri ami likhibole jam ba try koribo jam. Kintu we have to attempt and we must attempt only those topics which we know thoroughly. Ami jitur bikhoye sobotke basically janim, gutei khini knowledge amar thoroughly thakibo, hetu topic he ami use koribo lagibo ba lobo lagibo. Karon jodi essay khon continue korute amar korobat roi jabo logia hoy, it will create a problem for us. So if possible try avoiding conflicting, sensitive and provocative topics. Etia conflicting, sensitive, provocative topics mane jibur okoman conflicting hoy, jibur okoman problematic কিছুমান things থাকিব, jibur mane topic apnaloke lole ba likhile apnalokor kane problematic ho jabo. So always try to ignore this conflicting, sensitive and provocative topics jate kaku harm kora nohoy aru jate apnalokor essay khon neutral thake, karu hoy ba karu against on jate nahe, because it is really tough and it's true. It is tough to do justice to the topic and trying to be neutral without flowing with emotions and personal bias. That's a really important thing to keep in mind. That is, whenever you will be writing your essay, you need to be neutral with the topic. Tate kuno dhoroner biasness ahibo nalage, especially the personal biasness should not be there. Because jeti apuni apnar personal viewpoints dibo, apnar jodi personal bias ahi jay tate tenehole essay khonor asor bostu khini ulai nahibo. To hoday monot rakhibo jeti apnaloke essay topic choose koribo tetia you needs to be very wise. Apnaloke wisely, importantly bhalke mon puti bostu tu lobo lagibo, and you need to be neutral, mane karo against tu nohoy, karo for tu eku nokoy jate, and without flowing with emotions and personal bias. That is very, very important to keep in mind. Emotional hoy fale likhibo nalage, emotional hoy nijor viewpoints ketiao dibo nalage, aru heitu bostu avoid koribo karone apnaloke hoday wisely topic to carry koribo, choose koribo, aru topic to hokolu khini thoroughly read kori lobo, study kori lobo, mind ot eta banai lobo, mind mapping kori lobo, tar pisot he move to the whole essay. So this is your first and important topic while choosing that topic for it while you are gonna write the essay. So the next tip will be your brainstorming. Now this is also very important, brainstorming. It a brainstorming mane ki hoise, it's like mind mapping. It's like mind mapping. It a mind mapping ki hoise jot apuna loke nijor mindot hokolu khini create kori lobo lagibo. That is, after choosing the topic, apnaloke ki koribo lagibo, give at least 5 minutes to yourself. Moi yate already mention kori disu, ekdom easy bhakhat sob khini mention kora ase apnalokor karone. That is, give at least 5 minutes to yourself. That is, apnaloke first ote topic to use koribo, topic to thoroughly sabo, topic to pohi sabo, kuntu topic lobo khujise hetu apnaloke first choose koribo, and then give at least 5 minutes to yourself. That is, 5 মিনিট মান নিজকে দিয়ক যাতে আপোনালোকে সেই টপিকটোৰ বিষয়ে এটা থৰো ষ্টাডি কৰি ল'ব পাৰে ব্ৰেইনষ্টৰ্মিং কৰিব পাৰে या फिर মাইন্ড ম্যাপিং কৰিব পাৰে মাইন্ড ম্যাপিং হ'ব কি যেটো আপোনালোকে কি তাতে ইনক্লুড কৰিব কি লিখিব বিচাৰিছে কি বস্তু ইনফৰমেশনস থাকিব তাতে সেই বস্তুখিনি সকলো আপোনালোকে নিজৰ মাইন্ডত প্ৰথমে বনাই ল'ব and for that take at least 5 minutes and গুটেইখিনি টপিকে ৰেলেভেন্ট হ'ব লাগিব এনুকা একো পইণ্টস তাতে ইউজ নকৰিব টপিকত এনুকা কোনো পইণ্টস या फिर ডিটেইলস নিদিব যিখিনি ইৰেলেভেন্ট হ'ব যিখিনিৰ কোনো মেনশন না থাকে যিখিনিৰ কোনো লাগতিয়াল না থাকে সেই টপিকটো কেতিয়াও সেই বস্তুবোৰ মেনশন নকৰিব always use some relevant points in that topic so that your topic become much more appreciable much more inculcative so that hey topic to a gutekhini bostu hanguri loy apuni jikhini kotha kobo bisarise so hey karone apnaloke this one is very important ekhini apnaloke bhalkoi likhi lobo that is jeti apnaloke mind mapping koribo tetia ki koribo rough space etat important points bur efalopa likhi jabo that is important points kini keneke likhibo suppose first ote apuni bhabise introduction first ote apnaloke introduction dibo tar pisot body to create koribo tar pisot ki relevant points humuabo tate সেই বস্তুখিনি আপোনালোকে ৰাফ স্পেচত ধুনিয়াকে লিখি লব আৰু সেইখিনি যেতিয়া কমপ্লিট হ'ব তেতিয়া আপোনালোকে সিৰিয়ালি ৰাফ স্পেচৰ পৰা এটা পইণ্ট চাই ফেলে উঠাই যাব পাৰিব so that it becomes handy to you whenever you will be writing the essay because it's not possible to complete a 1200 words essay in a single go so tare karone ei bostukhini আপোনালোকে আগতিয়াকৈ ৰাফ স্পেচত mention kori lobo so points first so that those can be used appropriately while writing essay so etu hol apnalokor second point eta ya fir tips eta jito apnaloke inculcate kori ekhon essay sundor bhabe dangi dhoribo pare next apnalokor hobo structure this one is very important the structure of the essay because ami jibur normal essays likhu those are simple essays which create a like of summary of the thing but here you will have to be precise yate apnaloke precisely gutekhini bostu monot kori jabo libo to first point apnalokor thakibo yate follow a logical flow or structure to write the essay after finding out the relevant points to ami agote palu brainstorming ot homoy ami ki korilam je gute points bur uliailam gute points bur likhilam tar pisot hey points bur essay burot ami relevantly put down kori jam that is eta logical flow ba structure thakibo libo hokolo bostute jeneke structure thake apnar essay khonotu eta relevant structure eta logical flow eta thakibo libo mane jodi apni introduction first ote likhise tare pisot apnaloke gutekhini background and all dibo lagibo aru tare karone ei khini hoise apnalokor points these are your points you need to remember to write an essay so first ote apnalokor ahibo introduction to the topic we all know je topic to jitu ami choose korilo iman deri jitu topic or uporat alochona korilo bhabilu hey topic to apnaloke first ote introduce koribo libo now how will you introduce this introduction ot apnaloke topic tur bikhoye okoman kisuman points mention koribo libo kisuman kotha thoroughly dibo libo jitu ami next lahe ami video to discuss kori jam next ahile apnalokor historical background yes historical background is very important because jodi apnaloke kiba eta topic loise tate obviously historical background thakibo apnalokor enuka nohoy je topics board irrelevant ba historical background nothoka dibo so jiman pare himan historical backgrounds board inculcate koribo try koribo jate introduction or pisote topic tur bikhoye duroloke ami bujibo paro so that it becomes relevant for each and every point and it becomes easy for you to write down the essay thoroughly next ahibo apnalokor main topic issue etia apnaloke iman deri introduction dile topic to historical background dile next apnalokor ahibo main topic to issue historical background or pisote apnaloke dibo lagibo main topic issue aru ebur sob ekuta paragraph ot jabo all of them will take paragraphs eta paragraph ote ketiao hek nokoribo write in different paragraphs all of this gute point board different paragraphs ot mention koribo যাতে দেখিবও ভাল হয় আৰু আপোনালোকে প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব যাওঁতে বস্তুখিনি সুন্দৰভাৱে প্ৰেজেন্ট হৈ যায় সো মেইন টপিক ইস্যু মানে যেটো আপুনি টপিক লৈছে সেই টপিকটোৰ মেইন কথাখিনিত এতিয়া আহিব লাগিব হিষ্টৰিকেল বেকগ্ৰাউণ্ড আপোনালোকৰ হেইখন তাৰ পিছত মেইন টপিকটো আপোনালোকে ইন্ট্ৰোডিউস কৰিব লাগিব তাৰ পিছত আহিব আপোনালোকৰ কাৰেন্ট সিনাৰিও এনি ৰিসেন্ট ইস্যু ৰিলেটেড টু দা টপিক সো আপোনালোকে যেটো টপিক ইউজ কৰিছে হেতুৰ লগত বা আপোনালোকে যেটো টপিক চুজ কৰিব হেতুৰ লগত obviously ৰিলেটেড কিবা ৰিসেন্ট ইস্যু থাকিব কিবা সিনাৰিও থাকিব মানে কিছুমান ঘটনা থাকিব পাৰে যিবোৰ ঘটনা বুলি আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকে মেইন টপিক ইস্যুটোৰ পিছত নেক্সট প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফত মেনশন কৰি দিব পাৰে তেতিয়া বস্তুটো ৰেলেভেন্ট হৈ যায় ধুনিয়াকে Next আহিব আমাৰ সকলো বস্তুতে থাকে pros and cons that is pros and cons means good and bad এতিয়া এই good আৰু bad খিনি আপোনালোকে যেতিয়া প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব তেতিয়া টপিক টু বেসি ধুনিয়াকৈ আপোনালোকে প্ৰেজেন্টেবল হৈ পৰিব কেনেকৈ আপুনি যেতিয়া good খিনি দিব লগতে যেতিয়া bad খিনি দিব it will be in compare and contrast pattern আৰু যেতিয়া বস্তুখিনি compare and contrast patternত যাব তেতিয়া বুজি পাবলে আৰু লিখিবলে আপোনালোকৰ কাৰণে সুবিধাজনক হৈ পৰিব তাৰ পিছত আহিব আপোনালোকৰ নম্বৰ 6 that is way ahead এতিয়া way ahead কি হৈছে way ahead to হৈছে এনুকা suggestion বা suggested measures to improve the scenario ইমান দেৰি আমি গুটেই টপিক টু ডিসকাস কৰিলো pros and cons ডিসকাস কৰিলো কারেন্ট সিনাৰিও বা ৰিসেন্ট কিবা ইস্যু টপিক টুৰ লগত ৰিলেটেড আছে যদি হেবোৰ বস্তু ডিসকাস কৰিলো তাৰে পিছত যদি আমি pros and cons দিছো আপোনালোকে কেতিয়াও নাপাহৰিব তেনে হলে আপোনালোকে কিছুমান মেজাৰ্স ভি দিব লাগিব আপোনালোকে যদি মেজাৰ্স নিদিয়ে তেনে হলে এইখন আধৰুৱা মনা যাব কাৰণ কিয় আপোনালোকে ইয়াতে গুড ব্যাড কম্পেয়াৰ কন্ট্ৰাষ্ট pros cons গুটি ইউজ কৰিছে so that means what does it show you know about it thoroughly so you will have to suggest something to bring it down আপোনালোকে এনুকা বস্তু কিছুমান সাজেষ্ট কৰিব লাগিব যাতে তাতে যদি কিবা প্ৰবলেম আছে কিবা ইস্যু আছে হেখিনি বস্তু কমাব পাৰি so way ahead বা suggested measures অত কি থাকিব এনুকা কিছুমান সাজেশন বা relevant suggestion হেতু সদায় মনত ৰাখিব suggestions বোৰ relevant হ'ব লাগিব fantastical কেতিয়াও ইউজ নকৰিব fantastical issues বা fantastical measures কেতিয়াও ইউজ নকৰিব এনুকা কেতিয়াও মেনশন নকৰিব যে মই এনুকা ভাবিছিলো এনুকা যদি হ'ব পাৰিলে হয় এনুকা হলে সাগে এটু বেটাৰ হল হয় no never use those fantastical measures because those will be irrelevant so relevant measures দিব way ahead অত আপোনালোকে দুনিয়াকে নিজৰ সাজেশন দিব নিজৰ পইণ্ট অফ ভিউ দিব কিন্তু ৰিলেটেবল দিব যাতে হে বস্তুখিনি ৰিলেট কৰিব পাৰি ইস্যুটোৰ লগতো ৰিলেটেবল হক আৰু প্ৰেজেন্ট সিনাৰিওৰ লগতো যাতে ৰিলেটেবল থাকে তাৰ পিছত লাষ্টত আহিব obviously the brief conclusion এতিয়া আমি conclusion 2-3 লাইনত হেক কৰিলে নহব it needs to be brief at least one paragraph of the conclusion এটা conclusion সদায় এটা paragraph বা এটা পেজত হেক হ'ব লাগিব brief conclusion means যদি আপোনালোকে কিবা আগত এৰিউট হৈ গৈছে কিবা যদি পাহৰিও গৈছে you can add this in the brief conclusion সদায় এনুকাকে হ'ব লাগে যে পয়েন্ট খিনি যিখিনি আপুনি আগত মেনশন কৰিছে হেখিনি কন্টিনিউ হৈ যায় হেখিনি যাতে ইয়াতে আপোনালোকে relevantly দাঙি ধৰিব পাৰে so in brief conclusion you will always have to use some way ahead some measures some tips all of these things so that the structure of the essay become proper and complete so these are your some important tips important structural tips for your essay now let's move to the next slide that is your additional advantages so আমি ইমান দেৰি গুটেই টিপস খিনি যেখিনি আমাক বেসিকৈ দৰকাৰী হে বস্তুখিনি ধুনিয়াকৈ আমি মেনশন কৰিলো হেখিনি বস্তু ডিসকাস কৰিলো এতিয়া আহিলে আপোনালোকৰ এডিশনাল মেজাৰ্স এতিয়া আমি সকলোৱে জানো সবতে কিবা নহয় কিবা এডিশনাল আমি ইউজ কৰিব পাৰো সো আমাৰ এছে টু আমি কিছুমান এডিশনাল এডভান্টেজেস ইউজ কৰিব পাৰো যেনেকে that is your the first one mention any figures or numbers if you remember এই বস্তুটো বহুত বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট কাৰণ যদি আপুনি figures and number মনত আছে তেনে হলে it will be like a plus point for you আপুনি essay খনত হেতু বস্তু plus point হ'ব কিন্তু if and only if you remember it properly যদি properly মনত নাই বাৰে মনত ৰাখিব যে হেই বস্তুখিনি ইনক্লুড কৰিব কেতিয়াও নেলাগে You know you have nothing to do with those figures and numbers if you don't remember it properly. Because jodi irrelevant points diye, it will be a blunder there. Irrelevant points jodi diye, if you are not sure about it, then it will create a havoc there. So to avoid all these mistakes, jodi apnalokor proper knowledge nai, jodi proper idea nai numbers and figures or oporot, then avoid writing this point. Avoid writing. And if you are doing this, if you are mentioning this, it needs to be proper and pious. Otherwise, don't go for this point, because it will create a plus point for you. And also, if it comes to be wrong, then it will be a minus point for you as well. So avoid doing this. If and if only you remember everything correctly, thoroughly, then only you can attempt this. So next you have relevant quotes by famous personalities. This is also very important. This is your additional advantages, because whenever you will use quotes by famous personalities, it will be like adding points. It's like a cherry on the cake, because it will create an impression that you know the essay thoroughly. And quotes by famous personalities help to enhance the things that you are putting down in the essay. Jetia apnaloke kisuman relevant quotes likhibo aru heya apnalokor personal famous personalities or pora hobo, tetia ki dekhwa jabo je apuni topic tur bikhoye thoroughly buzi pai, apuni topic tu bhalkoi study korise, thorough study hoise topic tur uporot, aru apnaloke famous personalities e koi jua kothabur monot rakhise, logote tare relevant structure to apnalokor monot ase. Mane hei quotes bur keneke hei point to relevant hoy, keneke apnalokor topic ot relevant hoy, hei bostu to apnaloke monot rakhise. So all these additional advantages need to be added in the essay if and only if you remember it properly. Because that's why hetu additional bili koa goise, karon jodi apnaloke etu bhalkoi monot rakhibo nuare, tenehole apnaloke etu skip koribo pare, because ei bostu bure apnalokor plus point carry koribo. Ekhini bostu apnalokor plus point carry koribo jetia apnaloke essay to present koribo. Next ahile apnalokor relevant government schemes and policies. So amar bahut kisuman essay thake jot ami relevant schemes ba policies or bikhoy kobo paru, likhibo paru, heiburot apnaloke dhunia koi paragraph eta ba duta dedicate koribo pare government schemes aru policies or bikhoy discuss koribole. Aru jetia apnaloke government schemes and policies present koribo essay khonot, hekhon aru besi relevant hoy poribo, hekhon aru besi dhunia koi presentable hoy poribo, jate apnaloke topic tu jitu loise hei bostu khini bhalkoi buzi pabor hohay hobo. And last one will be your any recent judgment. Aru ami janu any recent judgments mane bahut judgments azikali pass hoy thake, bahut amendments soli thake. So if there is any kind of judgment, any kind of amendment regarding the topic you have choose, you can totally mention it. But I'm repeating it again and again, if and only if you remember it properly, because these additional advantages will be your plus point as well as minus point if you don't know it thoroughly and if you don't know it properly. So here is your additional advantages. So next, your important tip or important idea will be bureaucratic attitude. Now, what is bureaucratic? You people are gonna be bureaucrats. Bureaucrats means the officers or those kind of people whom other general person or the public look up to. So, apnalokor essay khono tenukai hobo libo. The general people, ami general person e jetia ami likhim, hetu bostu general attitude ot thakibo. Hodai hekini bostut kiba nohoy kiba nijor thakibo. Jeneke ami horute likhisilu gorur uporot essay, kaur uporot essay likhisilu. Then we have other types of essays as well. Ami normal bhakhat likhu, hekini normally soli jay. Kintu etia if you have to present it, there needs to be bureaucratic attitude in your essay, because that will show your point of view, that will show how you think about that topic, how you think about the society, how you will present yourself in the society among the people, because we're gonna work for the people here. So bureaucratic attitude or karone try to give balanced picture. So ami first slide tote ami ki paisilu je ketiao hetu bostu amar তাতে provocative হ'ব নালাগে সদায় নিউট্ৰেলত থাকিব লাগে আৰু সেই ধৰণে ইয়াতে আপোনালোকে কি কৰিব লাগিব ব্যালেন্স পিকচাৰ এখন দিব লাগিব না ভাল না বেয়া না বেছিকে কনস লিখিছো না বেছিকে প্ৰ'জ লিখিছো যাতে আমি ব্যালেন্স পিকচাৰ এটা দিব পাৰো যাতে ব্যালেন্স পিকচাৰ এটা প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব পাৰো তেনুকা ধৰণৰ টপিক লৈ তেনুকা ধৰণৰ এটিটিউডত প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব লাগিব তাৰ পিছত আহিব আপোনালোকৰ ডিপ্লোমেটিক ষ্টেণ্ড obviously if we people are gonna be bureaucrats then we need to be diplomatic hobo lagibo bostutut nijor point of view di soar agote hokolu falore sai meli sali jari apnaloke present koribo lagibo aru jihetu apnalokor essay khone apnalokor point of view dangi dhoribo apnalokor perspective dangi dhoribo hei karone apnaloke tate dhunia koi diplomatic stand loi likhibo lagibo mane কোনো biasness নোহোৱাকে কোনো ধৰণৰ provocation নোহোৱাকে আপোনালোকে ডিপ্লোমেটিক ষ্টেণ্ড লৈ এছেখন প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব লাগিব দেন মই অকমান আগতে আকৌ মেনশন কৰিছিলো that is your avoid writing unrealistic solution fantastical ya unrealistic solution কেতিয়াও প্ৰেজেন্ট নকৰিব because হেইবোৰ বস্তু আপোনালোকৰ এছেখন ডিগ্ৰেড কৰি পেলাব unrealistic solutions দিয়াৰ লগে লগে হৈ যাব কি যে তাতে কোনো ধৰণৰ আপোনালোকৰ ৰেলেভেন্স নাথাকিব কোনো ধৰণৰ ৰিয়েলিটি নাথাকিব ফ্যাক্ট নাথাকিব and a unrealistic solution se ki koribo essaykhon degrade kori pelabo because it will be like moi bhabisilu jodi enuka hall hoy it will be like we are talking about something utopian that is not present it a utopian mane jitu bostu nai আমি সকলো ফালেৰে ভাল ভাল টুৱে বিচাৰি ফুৰু হেতু হৈছে ইউটোপিয়ান তো ইউটোপিয়ান এটা সলিউশন যদি দিব যাও তেনেহলে it will be a fantastical or unrealistic solution so avoid writing all those unrealistic things and the last one will be very respectful towards the opposite views as well hey bostu khini gute point ketate relevant hoy ase that is opposites or views khinir uporoto gurutto dibo apni jie topic nolokyo hoday monot rakhibo other peoples are also gonna attempt that topic so always be respectful kiba eta kuar agote kiba eta present korar agote likhar agote be mindful about the fact that others are also gonna watch read or gonna have a look towards your essay so apnalokor perspective apnalokor essay khonot dangi dhora hobo so lookor perspective to views khinir uporoto apnaloke respectfully present koribo libo apnalokor essay khon so these are your bureaucratic attitude now next you have the content and structure of the essay hekhini asile apnalokor gutei tips ba enuka kisuman guidance jar through di apnaloke essay khon likhibo pare etia amar ahibo the formal way of writing the essay there you have first one will be your content and structure of the essay it a content obviously the topic and the structure obviously how you will present the essay so the content of the essay should be organized as well as relevant with respect to the topic ami agoteu koisu je choose the topic wisely pai hisu je content to essay content to hoday relevant hobo lagibo aru enuka dhorono thoroughly organized hobo lagibo aru dhunia ke gutei khini point ulai koribo lagibo next ahibo the structure of the essay itia the structure of the essay needs to be written by maintaining a proper structure the structure of the essay to hoday eta proper structure include koribo lagibo aru tate ki thakibo introduction body part conclusion to ei geta hoise apnalokor the main portion of the essay that is first of all you have introduction body part and conclusion to ei bostu khinir hohayote apnaloke essay khon likhibo paribo so each paragraph of your essay should be linked with the previous and following paragraphs and throughout the essay flow should be maintained like a story so ami jetia eta story pohu tetia story tu tate abruptly change hoy na jay abruptly belek eta ghotona ahi na jay aru jodi aheu abruptly tenehole story tu dunia ke itu hitu logot mili continue hoy thake heitue ami amar essay tu koribo libo that is you can change the flow in the middle of the essay jiman apunaloke paragraph likhibo jiman apunaloke bostu tate include koribo that needs to be in a flow essay khon eta flow jabo libo introduction ji likhise hetu dhoronore apnalokor body part aru as well as the conclusion needs to be there otherwise the essay will be like an abrupt thing which doesn't have a proper ending which doesn't have a proper body part or which doesn't have a proper introduction so avoid doing that and go through a flow So next you have introduction strategy. Etia moi apnalokok mention korilu je introduce koribo lagibo eta flow jabo lagibo aru hei flow karone apnaloke ki koribo introductions kisuman amar strategies ase kisuman amar points ase jitu apnaloke monot rakhi dhuniya ke essay to present koribo paribo. First hoise hook. To apnaloke jetia introduce koribo essay khon tetia apnaloke hook use koribo pare. Etia hook mane ki hoy? Hook hoise jeneke ami paisilu kisuman quote, questions, facts, contradiction, definition less preferable. এই ডেফিনিশনটোত মই কিয় less preferable বুলি মেনশন কৰিছো because হুকৰ সময়ত আপোনালোকে ডেফিনিশনটো এভয়েড কৰা is much better. যদি আপোনালোকৰ তাত quote নাই, questions নাই, facts নাই, contradiction নাই, then you can go for the definition, but definition in the part of hook is less preferable. তো আপোনালোকে ডেফিনিশনটো হুকৰ পাৰ্টত মেনশন নকৰাটো much better. কিন্তু যদি আপোনালোকৰ ওচৰত quote নাই, question নাই, facts নাই বা কোনো ধৰণৰ contradiction নাই তেনেহলে আপোনালোকে hookত মানে introductionৰ frontতে আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকে এটা definition দি দিব পাৰে. But the most relevant will be some quote and some questions. এই দুটা আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকে mention কৰি দিব পাৰে. তাৰে পিছত আপোনালোকে directly go to the facts, some contradictions and so on. Now, hookor pisot ahibo apnalokor background. Ami okoman agote paisilu historical background. So that is what here needs to be done. Background. Eta background dot ki ahibo? Background dot apnaloke nizor opinion, definition, historical facts, trends, current related news ekhini gute dibo pare. Mane topic 2, what the topic is trying to convey, hei bostu khini apnaloke ekhinir zoriote dhuniya koi convey koribo pare. Aru background beleg eku nohoy, it's like connecting segment between hook and thesis statement. Itia hook aru thesis statement or mazot eta thakibo apnalokor background, and that background will help to present or help to connect the segment between hook and thesis. Ita thesis statement ki hoise? Let's go to the thesis statement. Thesis statement hoise, it is the central theme of the essay. To ekhini apnalokor introduction nor nisina aru thesis tu hoise apnalokor central theme of the essay and reason for it. Mane essay khon kihor bikhoy hoy, কি লিখিব বিচাৰিছে essay to topic কি actually আৰু সেই বস্তুটো reason কি আছে topic to লোৱাৰ বা topic to actual motive কি হেতু আমাৰ কিহত পোৱা যায়, that is your thesis statement. So ইয়াতে আমি কি কৰিম, in this part we need to write our stand on the topic in clear, crisp and specific. So yate কোনো ধৰণৰ biasness নোহোৱাকে, কোনো ধৰণৰ provocation নোহোৱাকে, কোনো ধৰণৰ emotion flow নকৰাকে আপোনালোকে thesis statement to present কৰিব লাগিব. There must be some relevant things in that thesis statement. Otherwise, it will always create a blunder for you to follow the strategy. So, after doing the thesis statement, in that paragraph, in each paragraph, we have to inculcate we have to allocate a paragraph for portion. So, apnaloke hookot eta paragraph, hookor karone apnaloke eta paragraph lobo lagibo so that it becomes lengthy and it shows to be the perfect one. So, paragraph portion hodai eta paragraph ot ahibo lagibo. Background aru thesis aru introduction hetur karone apnaloke at least 1.5 to 2 pages lobo lagibo. It's very, very important to make it a lengthy one, but with all the relevant facts and things. So apnaloke paragraph hookor karone eta portion eta paragraph lobo, that is contradiction, facts, quote ba questions or karone eta portion eta paragraph inculcate koribo. Background aru thesis statement aru logote introduction hodai 1.5 ba 2 pages ot khatam hobo lagibo. Aru 1.5 ba 2 pages ot ke complete jodi nohoise tenahole it won't be regarded as an introduction or a thesis statement, because it will be like a summary, and ami yate summary likha nai, ami yate essay karone introduction likhi asu. So this will be your introduction strategies. Next you have your body part. Introduction hei hol, etia amar ahibo body part, that is the middle portion of the essay. So next you have the body part. In the body part, it will consist of background and body component. So body part ot apnalokor ki ahibo background mare mention kora hoise, that is your historical background and whatever it may be. Ji kono background jitu mane apnalokor topic to logot relevant hobo heya historical background aru body component to tare point of my present koriso apnaloke sai jabo pare in the body part write one paragraph mentioning the background so body part of first ote apnaloke ki likhibo lagibo eta paragraph that to mentioning the background of the topic so background of the topic it needs to be for this one will be for example if you have to write about woman situation give some background from later Vedic period to current status in brief so amar enuka relevant kisuman topic ahe that is woman situation women empowerment women education and all those things to tare karone apnaloke background hodai present koribo lagibo directly you can move to the present day scenario so tare karone apnaloke ki koribo Vedic period or pora etiar loke gute khini briefly present koribo aru hekhini apnalokor jabo body part ot that too in a paragraph eta paragraph but that paragraph must be in 1.5 ya fir 2 pages next ahibo body component can be written in many ways with respect to the nature of the topic of the essay ita apnaloke body components khini keneke likhibo ji dhoronor essay hoy hei dhoronor apnalokor body components pur likhi jabo so first of all ahibo apnalokor mentioning different perspectives with respect to the topic like political economic social and cultural environmental legal and whatever there may be so apnalokor jodi topic to jitu choose korise tate jodi apnaloke political economic social cultural environmental legal points bur perspectives bur dibo pare mention koribo pare you just go for it and do it because it will bring much more relevance to your essay jetiae apnaloke body part ot ekhini portion mention koribo tene hole essay khon tate thoro hoi poribo tate dhunia koi eta point futi uthibo aru hei bostu tuye apnalokor gute essay khonok thoroughly eta float nibo karone hohai koribo next thakibo apnalokor in some essays we can proceed the topic through two types of viewpoints ami okoman agote palu political economic social hebur mention kora kintu kisuman enuka essay thake jot ami two types of viewpoints ot mention koribo paro aru arguments dibo paro arguments in the sense both side or pora postu to mention koribo paro that is kisuman essay enuka thake jot apunaloke pros and cons mention koribo pare good and bad mention koribo pare jene apnalokor topic hol social media influence in society ei bostu to ami duta part ot divide koribo paro that is positive and negative so in this kind of essays you will always have to allocate two types of viewpoints or two types of perspectives so that it becomes more thorough jetia apnaloke social media in society ya fir their impacts enuka dhoronor essays pabo tate apnaloke hodai two types of viewpoint present koribo paribo for the arguments because it will carry both sides eta hobo apnalokor positive aru eta hobo apnalokor negative side to ei bostu khini include koribo karone apnalokor karone easy hoy paribo aru jihetu introduction ot jodi 1.5 ba 2 pages ot hek koru body part hodai kiman hobo lagibo 7 to 8 pages not more than that ya fir you can continue with it but 7 to 8 pages or apnalokor body component hobo lagibo jate gutei khini bostu properly hanguri humai ahe next apnalokor thakibo ki body paragraph ami ei matro palu yate je body part kiman thakibo ligibo 7 to 8 pages itia hey body part ami keneke present korim how we gonna write the body part we will discuss in this slide so in this slide we will discuss how to write a body paragraph of an essay so in each page you write a 2 to 3 paragraph so ekhon page ot apnaloke eta paragraph loi fele ketiao lengthy nokoribo and it doesn't seems to be good and presentable as well so eta page ot ki koribo duta ba tinita eta portion e body re likhibo body paragraph e hobo tate kintu he paragraph to apnaloke ako duta tinita paragraph ot divide kori dibo divide the paragraph ya fir pages into 2-3 paragraph because in a page a whole page containing a single paragraph doesn't look good and doesn't seems to be presentable so don't write full page only with one paragraph and in each paragraph we need to mention ite ami jodi yate duta tinita paragraph law tente ami hokolu kita পেৰাগ্ৰাফতে কিছুমান ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট বস্তু মেনশন কৰি যাব লাগিব আৰু এইবোৰ মই আপোনালোকক পইণ্টত মেনশন কৰি দিছো that is first one will be your topic sentence তো topic sentence মানে হৈছে কি introduction আপোনালোকে টপিকটোৰ লগত ইন্ট্ৰোডিউস কৰাব লাগিব ইন্ট্ৰোডিউস কৰিব লাগিব কি থিম প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফটো কি হয় তাৰে কিৱৰ্ড যেনেকে আমি পাও ইয়াতে কি থিমটো ইন্ট্ৰোডিউস কৰি দিব লাগিব নেক্সট থাকিব আপোনালোকৰ সাপোৰ্টিং সেন্টেন্স যেনেকে সাপোৰ্টিং ভাৰ্ব থাকে ইয়াতে আপোনালোকৰ এছাইৰ কাৰণে থাকিব সাপোৰ্টিং সেন্টেন্স তো যেটো আপোনালোকে ইন্ট্ৰোডাকশন দিছে সেই ইন্ট্ৰোডাকশনটো ৰেলেভেন্ট হয় নে নহয় সেই ইন্ট্ৰোডাকশনটো কিমানখিনি আপোনালোকৰ কাৰণে ইউজফুল তাৰে হয় আপোনালোকে জাস্টিফাই কৰিব লাগিব আৰু তাৰে জাস্টিফিকেশনৰ কাৰণে আপোনালোকে ডাটা ইভেন্টস অপিনিয়নস এইবোৰ বস্তু সাপোৰ্টিং সেন্টেন্সত মেনশন কৰিব পাৰে নেক্সট আহিব আপোনালোকৰ বডি প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফৰ ক্লোজিং সেন্টেন্স So closing sentence beleg eku nohoy it is just the rewrite of the topic sentences so closing sentence ot ki hobo ami okoman agote discuss korisilu je eta flow jabo lagibo amar gutei essay khon to closing sentence to beleg eku nohoy hetu hobo apnalokor topic sentence or rewrite mane topic ot jitu sentence ami likhisu topic sentence that is the introduction part tare rewrite kori ako okoman boholai present kora yate thakibo and opening a clue for the next paragraph aru apnaloke yate closing sentence jetia apnaloke each paragraph or closing sentence mention koribo tar mane apnaloke flow to continue kora to present kora hobo that means jetia apnaloke closing sentence ot rewrite koren not to mention je topic sentence to rewrite koribo nalage in reality you will have to give some relevant points there jitue topic sentence or logot mili jay আৰু এই বস্তুটোৱে নেক্সট প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফৰ কাৰণে ক্লু এটা প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰি দিব লাষ্টত থাকিব আপোনালোকৰ কানেক্টৰ্স এটা কানেক্টৰ্স কনজাংশনস ৰিলেটেবল এইবোৰ ৰিলেটিভ সব বস্তুৱে কি কৰে এটো হেতু কানেক্ট কৰে ইট helps you to connect from each paragraph each clause to the another so connectors beleg eku nohoy these are some words which creates connection between two paragraphs and help in maintaining the flow and link throughout the essay jitu moi ei matro koi uthilo apnalokok je connectors e ki kore duta paragraph ok link korat help kore connect korat help kore nohole ba it will seems to be abrupt jodi tate kono dhoroner connectors na thake sentence to jodi closing sentence ot kono dhoroner bhal koi connectors ami present nokoru tene hole he connectors nothoka sentence bur amar kane abrupt hoy poribo aru flow to break hoy jabo so here I have mentioned some of the examples of connector apnaloke keneke aru ki connector use koribo pare hebur hoise emphasis comparison contrast addition so emphasis comparison contrast aru addition present koribo karone amar english ot bahut dhoroner kisuman words ase to emphasis dibo karone emphasis mane intensify koribo karone gurutto besike dibo karone ami ei dhoroner words kisuman use koribo paru connector hisabe that is especially particular in addition of course significantly etc e gutei bur word apnalokor emphasize koribo besi koi gurutto dibo exaggerate koribo enuka dhoroner shobdo ami jetia paragraph tut ya fir essay khonot relevantly use kore next ahibo comparison ami hokolwe janu it's need to be compare kora etu hetu logot to comparison ot apnalokor hodai ahibo equally similarly like in the same way alternatively etc next will be comparison ahi gol eta contrast hobo বিপৰীত আৰু বিপৰীতত কি আহিব আপোনালোকৰ but however on the other hand unlike at the same time all those words aru addition in the sense additional jodi kiba information use koribo lage tene hole as well as furthermore etc so ei keta hoise apnalokor kisuman relevant and useful connectors to be used in your essay so that the first paragraph or the paragraph we have written previously gets connected with the next paragraph jate flow to break nohoy aru apnalokor sentence o kono dhoronon abruptly roi na jay so next you have do's and don'ts jeneke koribo logia topics bur important hoy jeneke koribo logia tips bur important hoy kisuman guidance important hoy teneke kisuman do's and don'ts bi ase do's and don'ts hoise jibur bostu apnaloke ketiao essay likhar homoy ketiao mane attempt nokoribo ketiao he bostu to mention nokoribo that is don't write points like 1 2 ketiao 1 2 koi point bur nilikhibo because here we are not writing an science or maths. Here we are describing it in a literary way. Literary way jihetu describe kori aso yate 1 aru 2 numericals ot ketiao mention nokoribo because yate ami contrast koribo joa nai, compare koribo joa nai ya fir numericals dekhabole joa nai. Ami hodai yate firstly, secondly, also, furthermore, moreover enuka kisuman word use koribo paro jeneke furthermore, moreover এইবোৰ word আমি use কৰি continue কৰিব পাৰো because যেতিয়া আমি 1 2 use কৰো তেতিয়া পইণ্টত মেনশন কৰিব লগিয়া হয় আৰু 1 2 এ পইণ্টত মেনশন কৰাৰ লগে লগে ফ্লো টু ব্ৰেক হৈ যায় because 1 2 3 4 কে যেতিয়া আমি হিট কৰি দিম পইণ্ট কেটা তেতিয়া ৰেলেভেন্স নাথাকা হৈ যাব so whenever we will be using firstly, secondly, furthermore, moreover in the sentence, it will actually help in maintaining the flow throughout the points that we have mentioned before. So, agote body part ba amar main topic issue, historical background, current scenario, tate ami jibur bostu use kori aisu, tare logot amar flow to maintain thakibo. Jete ami firstly, secondly buli use korim. Aru avoid making maps and charts in an essay. যদি আপোনালোকে ম্যাপস আৰু চাৰ্টস ইউজ কৰে তেনেহলে আপোনালোকৰ ফ্লো টু ব্ৰেক হৈ যাব তাতে ম্যাপস আৰু চাৰ্টস নবনাই ফেলে কিছুমান পইণ্ট ওয়াইজ আপোনালোকে টেবল বনাই দিব পাৰে যেনেকে সাপোজ ইফালে আপোনালোকে টেবল বনাই দিছে দুটা পাৰ্টত ভাগ কৰি দিছে লগতে বস্তুখিনি মেনশন থাকিব কিছুমান পইণ্টস লিখিলে পইণ্টছৰ পিছত যদি আপোনালোকৰ মন গৈছে যে সেই পইণ্টছখিনি মই ডাটাখিনি আপোনালোকে টেবল হিচাপে প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব you can totally do that but avoid making maps and charts map aru chart make koratu avoid koribo jiman pare so that it does not break the flow of the essay so next you have what not to write ite do's and don'ts ami gom palo etia hol essay khonat likhibo ki na lage ami to othoni pora discuss korisu je you have to write these you have to continue with those kind of things now we will get to know what we don't need to write in the essay because we all know it's a bureaucratic approach to that particular topic so we will have to have to avoid making some controversies so one is your ignoring some controversies what not to write just because to ignore controversies and not to be biased so for that you have something that not to be right so first one obviously the first and foremost will be don't get too political matlab politically apnaloke ketiao ne jabo political kisman viewpoints dibo jaunte don't go and give all the political viewpoints just like you wish kisuman political viewpoints apnaloke avoid koribo pare and please avoid those kind of political views because jimane apuni besi political hoi jabo apnalokor main topic to e nijor ethnicity herai pelabo apnaloke jibur bostu mention koribo bisarise tate hei bostu khini naikia hoi jabo so try to avoid these political issues next you have don't resort to name calling this is very very important name calling sot na jabo there you are writing an essay here we are not talking in our day to day life yate ami day to day life ot kotha batar dore manhor lokot kotha bati thoka nai jihetu yate kisman name calling dibo nepa mane name callings or pora nijoke bosai rakhibo don't resort to name calling matlab don't use some names or some provocative things so that will provoke somebody next is don't get too personal as well obviously we are discussing that from the first slide as well don't try to inculcate your own personal views there try to be neutral try to be in a position where you will see both the pros and cons of the topic and don't get personal with the pros and cons itself next you have don't express extreme view means don't go for expressing some such kind of views that will become too expressive too extreme to that extent that pura essay apnalokor flow to naikia hoi jay aru apnalokor essay khon provocative dekhaboloi negative sense ot loi jay so try to avoid extreme views so that negative points bur apnaloke ignore koribo pare then hol don't present problems only so ami essay ekhon likhute ami hodai problems bur dekhau je aji etu hol government etu korile hetu korile so only problems e mention nokoribo. Avoid using only problems. So problem jodi dise tene hole hodai solution, possible solution no mention koribo. Ami okoman agote pai ahisilu relevant kisuman solution ba way forward present koribo lage. So he present koribo karone apnaluke compare and contrast koribo pare, kintu only just problems kini mention koriye not hobo. Tate kisuman possible solutions o dangi dhoribo. Aru lastly, you don't criticize the government excessively. So this needs to be excessively. So don't criticize the government excessively. Ami janu jodi ami kiba scheme or kotha likhi aso, kiba point of view likhi aso, tene hole amar tate governmental kotha ahiboy, political kotha ahiboy. But resort yourself from criticizing the government excessively. Gute ese khonot government or against or bostu likhi bhorti kori ketiao nepelabo, because it doesn't seem good and it doesn't seem nice to present in such a way, because we are here not presenting in a Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, but we are presenting ourselves in a bureaucratic way, trying to give a proper solution or trying to give a proper idea and perspective of that particular topic. So don't be too political, don't go for name callings, don't go to express your extreme views and that too in personal point of view, and importantly, don't criticize the government. You can mention something if there is any problem or such that, but don't just keep on criticizing the government excessively throughout the essay. So these are something that you don't need to write in the essay. So last you have your conclusion. Obviously, conclusion is the summary. So in summary, it is basically the main points that we are highlighting for the evaluator. Evaluator means obviously apnalokor copy jabo evaluation or karone. Aru summary khini enuka hobo lagibo jot ami ako amar gute essay khonor main points khini jate highlight koribo paro, jate main points khini tate highlight hoy amar evaluator or karone. This is a remainder of the main points that we are writing in the essay. So conclusion enuka dhoronot hobo lagibo jate apni jikhini agotia koi mention kori ahisu, everything that we have talked about throughout the essay needs to be highlighted in points in summary. To summary portion ba conclusion apnaloke hodai as a reminder gutei points or okoman holeo main points kini mention koribo lagibo. But remember, do not repeat the whole essay dear. Do not repeat the things that are not mentioned in the essay. It should be covered in one paragraph. Aru etu bostu hodai monot rakhibo, conclusion hodai eta paragraph ot hek hobo lage, because it's a conclusion, right? Ami etu conclude kori aso, hek kori aso. To conclusion ot hodai thul mulke summary hisapot bostu to present hobo lagibo. Here you shouldn't give any brief dimension or brief explanation of anything. Next is your post-scripting. Now, what is post-scripting? Post-scripting is like some extra dimension. That means these are something that we have forgotten. Ami pahori goisu add koribo karone ba enuka bostu jibur ami ako itia notunke monot porise. But hey bostu khini apnalokor relevant thakibo lagibo gute essay khonor logot. Aru hey essay khonot relevant hua gute topic khini apnaloke post scripting ot include koribo pare. That means post scripting ot apnaloke suppose pahori goise kiba eta bostu include koribole hetu apnaloke post scripting ot add koribo. Aru nohole ba kiba notun bostu if you are remembering it at that point of time, apnaloke post scripting or dunia ke with the flow, you can mention it there. Next you have, this is the very important thing in the conclusion, that is your tone. That is the tone of the essay. Apnalokor tone from the introduction to the conclusion same thakibo lagibo. There shouldn't be any change in the tone of the essay. If this essay, and not if, hodai essay positive tone ot thakibo lage, and the expectation is that the conclusion also needs to be in a positive tone, because that will show you yourself as a visionary person. Visionary in the sense apnaloke gute essay khonot nijor perspective present kori ase, aru jihetu apnalokor viewpoints and perspective present kora hoise tate tar karone hodai points bur ba tone to hodai tone to positive ot thakibo lagibo. Aru গুটে essay khone same tone continue koribo laibo from the starting to the end of the essay. Next you have way forward jitu ami agotiyakeu pai ahisu, that is evaluationaries is always curious to know, are you finding something evolutionary sustainable from the topic? Yes, that is very correct. Evaluator e apnalukor pora hodai etu sabo bisaribo essay khonor pora je apnaluke ki notun bostu ulaise, kenuka sustainability ya evolutionary bostu topic tur pora ulaise, because the same topic will be written by thousands of students there, thousands of aspirants there. Apunar topic to keneke belek, apunar presentation to keneke belek, hei bostu khini apnalukor evaluator e sabo bisaribo aru teolukor mind dot hodai etai question thake, that is your, are you finding something evolutionary and sustainable from the topic? So in the way forward you will have to show them some openness, positivity, futuristic, purposistic in way forward. So way forward apnaloke nijoke as a visionary person, as a futuristic perspective thoka manuhor dore nijor openness, positivity dangi dhoribo lagibo, because way forward e apnalokor gute essay khonor mool hisabe lastot thio dibo. So way forward hodai apnaloke kisuman evolutionary kotha, positivity, openness, futuristic perspective mention koribo. So these are your conclusion ba summary jot apnaloke thoroughly bostubur mention kori jabo, and it needs to be concluded in one paragraph. So ami aji gute topic bur ji apnalokor, not topic actually, the important points, the important ideas that needs to be keep in mind whenever you will be going through the essay in APSC mains exam. Ami hebur discuss korilo, ami dunia ke gute points khini apnalokor agot dangi dhorisu, yare gute points khini relevant hoy, apnaloke thoroughly study kori jabo, ki points apnalokor monot থাকিব লাগে, কেনেকে কোন ফালৰ পৰা মেনশন কৰি যাব লাগে, হেখিনি আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকে নোট ডাউন কৰি যাব, because here we have discussed thoroughly about everything, what you need to write, what you don't need to write, what are the do's and don'ts, what are the perspective, what are the viewpoints, and how you will have to present the essay, what is the writing techniques and everything in this video. So at the end of the video মই আপোনালোকৰ লগত কিছুমান points ya fir ketaman topic discuss koribo bisariso, that is I want to mention some of the relevant topics that may come as a topic in your essay. Jenuka hoise apnalokor jihetu APSC exam, tate apnalokor okhomor bikhoye bahut khini kotha ahibo, okhomor bahut dangor buddhijibi teolokor darkhonikor bikhoye apnalokor kotha ahibo. So apnaloke tar karone that will be it's like a homework for you people, that will be like a homework for you people. Apnaloke kisuman মই আপোনালোকক এতিয়া কেটামান টপিক মেনশন কৰিম, সেই টপিক কেটা আপোনালোকে ধুনিয়াকে মনত কৰি ৰাখি থব, আপোনালোকে হেইবোৰ চাই থব, আৰু আপোনালোকৰ পাৰ্সপেক্টিভ টু পইণ্ট অফ ভিউ টু হ'ব লাগিব, যিখিনি আমি ভিডিওটোত ডেসক্ৰাইব কৰিছো, যিখিনি আমি ভিডিওত ডিসকাস কৰিছো, হেতু পাৰ্সপেক্টিভত, হেতু পইণ্ট অফ ভিউত আপোনালোকে টপিকসবোৰ চাই যাব. So I want to mention some of the topics that will be not topic, some of the important person of Assam jar bikhoye apnaloke essay bor pohibo pare ba jar bikhoye ami essay pohim ba discuss korim. So first one I want to mention is like Homen Borgohai. So ami hokolue janu Homen Borgohai debor kotha, to apnaloke teor essay teor bikhoye sabo pare APSC perspective ot. Next you can go for Anuwara. Next you can go for Anuwara Taimur. এজন বিখ্যাত ব্যক্তি, তেও হোমেন বৰগোহাঁই দেৱ আৰু আনোৱাৰা তেইমুৰৰ বিষয়ে আপোনালোকে চাব পাৰে আমাৰ APSC পাৰ্সপেক্টিভত, আৰু লগতে কিছুমান থাকিব পাৰে যেনেকে হৈছে আপোনালোকৰ unemployment in Assam, to be precise, unemployment in Assam, and the last one for today will be your Aadhaar card. So this one is also very relevant and a very important topic, and Aadhaar card or bikhoye apnaloke likhibo pare usefulness and potential threat. threat. So, আমি আমাৰ next videoত এই চাৰিটা বিষয়ে thoroughly discuss কৰিম তাৰ কাৰণে আপোনালোকে প্লিজ এইকেটা বিষয় ভালদৰে চাই থব আমি যিখিনি ভিডিওত ideas discuss কৰিলো তাৰে perspectiveত APSC perspectiveত চাব আমি thoroughly discuss কৰিম next videoত women বৰগোহাঁই দেৱৰ কথা আনোৱাৰা তাইমুৰৰ কথা unemployment in Assam and Aadhaar card. So for today this is where we gonna wrap up our video. Thank you.